Welcome to reality. This is Joanna. Oh, that face. She's so sad. Here she is, the newest addition to our family. She just woke up from her nap, so the lights are really bright. I think you can see her. Or you're going to give us a big yawn. Oh, her head. Here she is. Are you hiding? Are you camera shy? She's just over a month old right now. She's holding her head forward. I'm not dropping her, I promise. She's really strong and has a lot to say. Where you going? She's just our favorite little bundle. We just feel like we're playing house because she's so much fun. She's about to eat, so she's a little cranky. That's why she's, oh, that was a good burp. Today we're doing this purple plum makeup look. I'm trying a couple new things. I got new foundation and new lipstick. And I tell you what I think about them as I'm using them. And I'm excited about this eye look. It feels a little bit vintage, feels a little bit 1930s silent movie. And I feel like vintage things are really trendy around Christmas time. So this is a winter holiday glam look, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's helpful. So if you like what you see or you want to hear my thoughts on my new products, please keep watching. I have a little bit of a headache, so bear with me if I'm not like as crazy as normal. My husband and my little baby are both taking a nap, so that frees me up to do this video, and I'm really excited because I'm going to try out some new things and tell you how I feel about them. Because this is going to be kind of a glam look, I'm going to start with my eyeballs. I'm going to start with Tarte Shape Tape as a, what is the word? Primer, eyelid primer. Just going to use my fingies. Do any of you watch Parks and Rec? Tom Haverford and his fingies. I think I'm going to go with my regular technique, and I'm going to be using my Tarteist Pro palette. Now I'm going to be using this, let me see if I can do that. This row, they're the purpley shades. This row straight across, that way. Those are the purple shades, and I'm looking forward to using them because I think they'll go well with this lipstick I'm excited about. So I'm going to take the shade Vintage, which is kind of a cream shade, and I'm just going to put that all over the whole lid where we put that primer. Just all over the place. That will create a nice clean base for the rest of our colors. Now I'm going to use that same brush and go in with Fierce. That is a, it's kind of taupey, but it's gray purple, and that's going to be our crease color. Now, maybe I should have used a different brush, but that's okay. So I'm focusing it on this outer section here, just like this. I'm going to switch brushes. This is a brush that I got in one of my Ipsy bags recently, and it's not, it's just a blending, crease brush, I think. I don't know if that's what it's officially called, but that's what I'm using it for. Just putting this color in my crease. It's a very soft brush, which is nice. Now, a long time ago, I did a video where I went through every single shade in this Tarteist Pro palette and did a look with each row. Now, it was very fast-paced, but I'm really glad that I did it. So you can find that video on my channel somewhere. I forget what it's called. Now I remember when I did that video where I went through every color in this palette, I remember thinking with this row specifically, like, wow, that looks kind of like it's from the 20s or the 30s. That looks a little bit like the super dramatic dark eyes that they had for black and white films. That's what it reminded me of. So I don't know, maybe because this is a Christmas look, I thought it was fitting that it was a little bit vintage. Now I'm just going to take the shade that's right next to Fierce, and it's called No Filter, and going to kind of put it in the same place but not blend as much. Just putting it all on the eyeballs. Just create some dimension. Wow, those weren't words. Now this one's a little bit more pink, so maybe I shouldn't have put it on, but whatever. So maybe we'll just go light with it. Nice. Now we're going to take Vamp, which is this deep purple shade, and we're going to really make that, put that in this outer corner. We're going to really go crazy. I mean, not too crazy. But we're going to deepen this area a lot. Good choice of words. Okay, now I'm going to take that first transition shade that we used, Fierce, and I'm going to make sure we can see that. So I'm going to place some back on. Great, now I want to take some sort of metallic-y color. I wanted to use, I don't know, I was thinking about using this Dandelion Shimmer, Dandelion Twinkle from Benefit, but it's a little too pink. Okay, so I found a Mary Kay shade. It's right here. I actually have no idea how it's called. It's what it's called. How it's called? How do you say? And it's not stark white, but it is kind of a similar color to the vintage that we put all over our lids. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this concealer, just a dot in this inner corner, so that this really has something to cling to, and the shimmer is really popping. Here we go. But we want to make sure it blends into these other colors nicely. And then we'll take a little bit of that shade and go up here as well, under the brows. Now, of course, we got to go back in and make sure these things are blending nicely. So I'm going to take Fierce and Vamp and just kind of do a thing. Good one. Nice. That'll be really fun once we get eyeliner on. Now, I just wiped off my face. I look so crazy. I don't like doing my eyes first just because of how it looks. And I'm going to put a primer on just because I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day and see how it wears. Okay, so we got our primer on. I used the makeup primer from Arbonne. Now I'm going to be using my new foundation. It's from Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour full coverage foundation, but I'm still working from the sample that I had. So that's why, if you don't see me playing with the bottle, that's why. Now I'm going to dot this all over my face with my finger, and then I'll blend it in with a brush. So I'm going to do it kind of section by section. Now this is a full coverage foundation, and I don't normally go for full coverage, but this is really buildable, so I can start with a light coverage. Okay, now concealer. All right, and then I'm going to slap some powder on right away. And so we'll put this under our eyes to prevent creasing from the foundation, layers of foundation and concealer. A little around the nose and smile lines, and in the forehead, because I always have lines there because I'm pretty expressive. Now I decided not to do anything with my brows. You don't have to do that. You can do your brows if you'd like. I want to do our winged eyeliner. There we go. So, gotta get some tape. If you're able to do wing liner without tape, props. I'm super scared to try. So, I'm not gonna. It's like, why risk messing it up just for the sake of being able to say that I can do it. Great. Now, let's finish with the ones that are the ones. The eyes, the eye looks. I'm gonna take Fierce and bring it under this, oh my gosh, baby brain. The lower lash line. Focusing on this outer outer rim area. Now I am dragging it in a little bit, blending it in a tiny bit, but I'm not going all the way to this inner corner. I think that looks scary. And then we're gonna take Vamp and just go on this outer corner, kind of matching it up with the eyeliner. Now this brush is wet for some reason, so I need to get a different brush. This one will be better anyway. It's super wetto. Do you see that? Do you guys see how small it is? This brush is gonna be better anyway. Great, so I joined it up with that eyeliner in this teeny corner and brushed it this way a small bit to extend that line. Now my two eyes look different, don't they? Intriguing. I'm using Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced. They recently made this bronzer into a shimmery bronzer. But what don't we do with shimmery bronzers? Contour. Again, my personal preference, taking a little around my forehead without messing up all of my hairs, just so that I don't look like a total ghost. Now for blush, I'm using a very cool tone pink. I don't know why there's that one spot that's brighter than everything else. Have no idea. Just a light pink. Oh, I also, when you weren't looking, put a dusting of color all over my face. Dusting of translucent powder all over my face. I am going to take Dandelion Twinkle on my tops of my cheekbones for a highlighter. Hello. Adding some shimmer to the face. Put on some mascara. I'm going to try out Clinique's Chubby Lash. It's in the color black, obvi. Whew, that's a lot happening on my eyelashes. I went a little further in on my bottom lashes than I normally do, because I felt it was fitting. Nice. I had gotten an eyeliner or something up here, and I just flicked it off. That's the best. Don't try to wipe it off when it's wet. Wait till it dries. Flick it off. Okay, let's try this lipstick. I'm so stoked about this lipstick. Tarteist Quick Dry Matte Lippy Paint in the color Friyay. So let's put that on. Now this is the first coat. It's pretty streaky. I'm surprised. And maybe even needing a third coat, because this is super streaky. Well, that's a huge bummer. As I say with like this huge smile on my face. So that putting on multiple layers makes it really hard to get a clean line. So thankfully I'm just wearing this at home. I'm not wearing it out, because that would be kind of difficult. Now I will, while that's still drying, I have this Mary Kay at Play lip gloss that is like almost the exact same color, so I could put it on, but I don't want to. I want to leave it matte. Yep, gonna do that. Could set it with some setting spray, your face, which I should probably do that. Gonna close my mouth though. This is from Mary Kay. What the heck is in setting spray? Does anybody know? Do any of you know? If you know, tell me. I think here's the finished look. Here's the Sugar Plum Fairy holiday makeup tutorial. I do love these colors. I love how this is just a light lavender is instead of, oh, I got setting spray in my hair. Huh. Instead of like a black or a gray. That's kind of fun. It makes it feel vintage. I do love this lipstick. I think it's going to take some technique to figure out how to apply it. I think this color would be awesome in an actual lipstick. I think that would make it easier for application, but that's not what they have. It definitely shows all my creases, all my lip creases. It is transfer proof. So that's neat, because I know my husband doesn't want this on his face. A fun addition would be to take that light shimmer shade. I didn't love that, so I undid that. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful in just gaining boldness for the holiday season if you have parties happening or if you're hosting a party. I think that's it. I think I meant to brush through my brows, so you could do that if you want to. Yep, I think that's it. Tried new foundation, tried new lipstick, did some Glam eyeballs. So thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, bye. Hello, it has now been how many hours? Almost 7 hours. Math is not my strong suit, but I think it's almost been 7 hours since I've been wearing this makeup, and I just wanted to give you a little follow-up date. I don't know. So as soon as I finished filming earlier today, I took the lipstick off. It was just too much happening with the glitter, and then I put lipstick over it, and it was just like a layer of, there was just like a whole nother layer of gunk on my face. So I took it off right away. I couldn't handle it. This is now my second attempt at application. I think it went better. I should definitely try applying this with a brush instead of with the applicator, even though I like the applicator. I don't know, maybe it just takes some practice. All companies do their stuff a little bit differently, and this is my first time using a Tarte liquid lipstick, so we'll get the hang of it. Something that I always forget to mention is that if you're gonna wear a matte lipstick, you should definitely exfoliate your lips beforehand. That can really help with some of the splotchiness, evenness, but also just like, oh, that's gross. But also, just with like the smoothness when you smile, if you want your lips too. Wow, I got some on the inside. That's what that's all about. But just in terms of the texture of your own lips, you want them as smooth as possible. So if they're really chapped, or if they just have some dry skin on them because it's cold outside or whatever, or if you live in a dry place, to exfoliate your lips beforehand. Now my foundation I'm overall pretty pleased with. It hasn't like totally gone see-through. My highlighter's still on, my blush is still on, my eyes still feel and look great, but that doesn't really have anything to do with my foundation. The eyeliner I use feels like I'm wearing false lashes, like it's really tight, but that's the Arbonne liquid eyeliner, totally separate. I think I've mentioned that before. But overall, I think I'm pretty pleased with this foundation. It definitely has creased in certain areas, but I feel like just even rubbing my finger over it has kind of smoothed it out. Doesn't feel drying. I don't feel like it's totally broken up around my nose. It has a little bit, but I also think that a little bit has to do with the primer I used. I think it's a little bit old. So I should try it with a primer that I know for sure that I like, and I like how it wears. And then I think I will be pleased with the results. So those are my thoughts on those two new products from Tarte. And I'm really pleased with the color. It took me a heck of a long time to figure out what color of the foundation I was. But I'm pleased with that color. I don't think it's too pink or too yellow or too dark. So that's a huge, huge plus. I don't think I have anything more to say. Keep it real. And yep, I'm gonna go to bed. Look at that lack of transfer. Okay, now I'm going.